Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas! Damn. Thank you for all checking out and listening to my new song, Watch the Lights with me. I released that song about 2 weeks ago, and so far it's one of my best works yet, which is kind of not saying much because I only have 3 songs. I originally made the demo 4.5 months ago, right before school started, but I didn't start working on it till the end of the semester. And out of all my 100 original song demos, I consider this as a hidden gem, especially since I created the chorus before anything else in the song. In other words, I produced the song backwards, which is not really a normal thing to do for most people. But the cool thing about making music is there are no right or wrong ways to do it. This project gives out some euphoria or some winter night lights aesthetic, which I love a lot. So I tried drawing northern lights for my thumbnail using Krita, but that didn't fucking work because I'm still noob at digital art. Instead, I used panels from the great manga The Climber because I think it's fitting for if you're stargazing, studying, or getting high. Albeit, I don't know how that's like. I know my friends get high all the time. I'm always a sober dude in the friend group, being the DD, and then just going home alone and depressed. Anyways, let's get started. The first 17 seconds of the song contains my guitar strumming and my vocal ad-libs. I'm playing a simple 2-chord progression literally throughout this whole song. So if we hear this, here's with the effects, and I also put down a spreadsheet of the preset I use. And alongside the guitar are 3 vocal tracks. Now with this preset I made this preset. This is how my voice sounds. A little bit of EQ. It's what I did was pretty weird. I got rid of the lows and highs, basic reverb chorus, and the noise gate. If you're wondering what the heck is that sound is, that is legitimately my gaming laptop that I use to play games, do schoolwork, and also record music. Or it could be my AC just blaring into the microphone. But yeah, so if we actually hear all the vocals together, it sounds like this. So for here, we're gonna ignore verse 1A. We're gonna focus on verse 1B, and that's because verse 1A and 2A are identical. It's just guitar strumming. In this section, I introduce the bass. Over here, I did something cool. I basically took a piece from the chorus, a guitar part. I reversed it and then made it half the size, so I shrunk it. Those harmonies and that reverb too. This is the second verse, but the second half of it. I add some variation so that there's more ear candy and keeps the audience on their feet and they're not bored of the same repetition. So how I do that here is I actually have two basses. Very chunky and growly. Now, I actually did the top vocal line different. My singing sucks. There's also this guitar part. The free version of BandLab gives me only 16 tracks. These two clips are actually from here. I just had to make room for them. If you just pay attention to these, they're actually pretty much the same. This is also from the chorus, but just a different part. But what definitely adds more intensity to this section is this. Okay, here's the pre-chorus. This one is made of a lead, guitars, 3 pads, and a few risers, as well as a bass fade-in. Here, I use the glitch lead. I use a vault pad right here. This arpeggio is actually string pad. I know, really weird that I'm using pads for arpeggios. But this pad is actually used properly. I have sustained notes and I'm using warm pad. It's in C5 to C6. Simple strums, gotta alleviate the tension. And the univerb, which is a reverb. That's how you get the guitar sounding like it's floating into the air. And all together, you get finally, we have the risers and impacts. Now I'm going to include the bass, and what's unique here about the bass I completely glossed over was we have pitch shifter. So listen closely. Play it again, but just this. It's a dive and pitch. Okay, now we're on to the main section I've been waiting to talk about. It is the chorus. And this actually started as 17 seconds of pure bliss. The only difference between the demo and this final version are the edits to the risers, impacts, and the velocity of certain tracks, i.e. a bunch of these pads because they could be strong. You may notice that ignore that. You may notice it says last saved 19 hours ago. I was messing around with the velocity to see if I could make the song a bit more easier to listen to because it comes off strong during the beat drop. Albeit, I think I should have lowered the volume of the pads and basses more before posting it onto YouTube. And a big disclaimer about this is I lowered the velocity about 2 decibels for these 5 tracks. The reason why I did that is because it gives more clarity to hear everything else. I started with guitar, so again, I strumming. The automation helps reduce the low frequencies of the guitar whenever there's a crash or sound effect, so over here. Which sounds goofy, but with all the other sounds going on, it helps not make the song clip. Here's another guitar part, which was basically from here. These are actually impacts. I still did not have space, so I had to copy and paste them over here. This low-key sounds Irish. Here in the leads, I doubled it. Deep house synth. Let's hear these pads layer and you'll understand how amazing this thing sounds. curious, this is how the song can sound like without the guitar. Let's actually hear this with all the guitars because it's very, very soothing. I use univerb effect instead of the regular spring verb on BandLab because I want the guitar to sound like fade away in the air, like an imaginary aesthetic. Yeah, that about wraps up on what I want to talk about. I love the ear candy, guitar, ensemble, and how atmospheric this whole piece is. It's just a great song to end the year off with too. You guys definitely gotta stream the song if you're studying, hiking at night, or you want an insane high, right? In all seriousness, thank you guys for watching and spreading the word and supporting me as an artist. As I'm learning and mastering my craft, it takes a lot of effort to put out this content because I'm the only one who runs the channel. I make the music, I draw the thumbnail art, albeit I use manga art this time. I record and edit the videos. I handle my social media accounts. Again, this is a one-man mission. So don't forget to share, comment, and smash that like button. Okay, I'm kidding. Be nice to the like button, guys. I do like reading and interacting with your comments, and I hope to do more of that in 2026. Speaking of which, I have a lot in store for next year, but I gotta keep it on the DL because I don't want to make any promises. With all that said and done, thanks for watching, Merry belated Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. Peace.